And welcome back to the Real Talk, people. And as you guys can see, we are on a completely whole new stage. Built it just today. And today we are here with Grimy Tuna and B Cop Hit and B Cop. And today we are talking about the drafts and the picks of the draft. So first, let's start with Grimy. So Grimy, what are your opinions about the picks for the draft?
Picks of the draft were pretty good. As you know, I do own the league. Um, as you do know, we had to do a two-time draft. We had to do one in a day, and the other one I think was missed. For the most part, it was really good. Everybody got their picks in. We had who went fast. Some coaches were offline. Some were not in the thing, such as Beast, but he did, according to Texas pick, no matter what. It was a really long draft, about a 2-hour draft, I would probably say. We had players come in. It was very short. Most players were offline now.
Mm. And B Cop, what are your opinions?
Honestly, since there was no combine, there's really nothing I can really say about who I'm doing. But personally, there were a lot of bad people that got picked, and I got picked first round, third pick. I'm pretty sure, yeah, something like that. But there's not a lot of
So,
good people.
so you were one of the first round picks.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay. And
Uh,
no, you can keep going what you're
a
saying.
problem with the draft was there's a lot of different coaches. Like there's nobody really looking at who got drafted. They're just picking random. Like I got invited to 3 different servers.
So,
So would you say
yeah, that
this?
did happen a lot. I will say
Mm.
that did happen a lot. Mainly due to, first of all, as you know, one of our media members didn't do anything. I told him to write down the draft picks to put them in the channel for us. He was online and he did not do it at all. So that's one of the really big reasons he really had everybody trembled. I do agree with Homer. Homer was even saying this as well. It was really weird. There was a combine. We were gonna do a second combine, which was gonna be a scrimmage, but we canceled it because no one can do it. Like 2 people can't do it, and we just canceled it.
Hmm. So would you say there was like teams that could have been good, but chose like the wrong players?
Yes,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
definitely one of the teams that I recognize. I don't know. I forgot their team name, but it's a TR King and Genji the Benji and JT people like that. They're I mean TR King and JT are pretty good, but Genji he's alright. It's just he gets himself kicked out of everything. He uses a lot of slurs, and it's just weird. He gets ejected from all the baseball games.
So would you say he'd be most likely to be suspended from a bunch of games and be most likely banned from the Discord?
Probably. He just got banned from the Discord yesterday for 10 years.
Hmm. And Grimy, do you have any opinions on that?
Not on him, not much, but I do have a player that really is getting close to getting banned. That would be Sergeant Smoke. As you know, he is very, very toxic. He became a mod. He applied for it. He's really good on the application, but really, he had an infraction for mainly, first of all, telling people to fuck off like every 2 seconds. He has 5 infractions in total right now. And so far, his mod, if he gets 1 more infraction, his mod goes away. Per mod, or whatever. You know. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of players in our thing, and of course, that's why we have that rule. You get 5 infractions, pretty much to mute. He's already been muted like 20 times, and then he begs me to give his mod back. I only do that after his new finish though.
So would you say this is like the most confusing draft that you guys have ever been a part of?
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, I would say yes. Like I said, one of the bigger reasons is if you were in the draft during a time, as you know, there was a player that came into our thing and pretty much muted me, the other owner, and one of our
Yeah.
mods, kicked everybody out, and then we, of course, banned them from the league.
And what is that? So just to make sure, we will not be giving out his Discord name for his protection and stuff. So, yeah,
Definitely correct.
yeah.
Who's? Wait, who's?
The person
Oh,
that.
the guy that got banned. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after who it was. Cause
Okay.
he came into the draft like midway in the second round and said I'm announcing my retirement, and then pretty much just kicked everybody from me.
Okay, so after we just talked about like the bad things about the draft, how about the good things that you would say happened in the draft? Like the good players, good picks,
I got
best
picked.
coaches.
I got picked. First round. Third pick.
I think some of the good things were, like I said, mainly the coaches being there at least. And like I said, even if you like if our coach was offline, like we had one coach offline, he couldn't really do anything. She, of course, Alexa, I don't care. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay, like I was saying, pretty much our coaches, even if they were not in the thing with us, they still got their jackets in. And that's what I really liked about our coaches. They're really not toxic and they know who to draft.
And
Also a thing, or there's a lot of a good thing about the draft. There's some people that like chemistry. Basically, there's people that played on football teams together, know each other in real life, played before this, and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that were old time teammates getting picked on the same team. So that's all a lot of.
okay, and like
Alright. Well, I have to go, but leave the rest of Tuna. I just want to say bye. It was fun getting interviewed all the time, but I have to go. I have a 7-on-7 incident in real life. I got to do real life over game, but I'll see y'all.
it was nice having you on the show.
Thank you. Peace out.
Alright, so I just want to talk about, first of all, as you know, our first official stadium is nearly done. As you know that you got a preview of the stadium, if I was right?
Yes, I was there.
Yes. Our stadium is about 90% done. We have the locker rooms built. We have the indoor stadium built. We got the benches. We got the field. We got all the. We have, like I said, it's gonna take us about like 2 more days to get the field done. Probably because, of course, we have around 2 builders building it. We still have to do the jumbotron and the effects, and then after all that, we're gonna start doing what's it called, team stadiums.
So, would you say like the teams will be building their own stadiums, or will you have like professional builders build the team stadiums for them? Because I know there's a lot of teams. There is like, hold on, let me check.
Seven.
Yeah, 7 teams in the league. So, how is that gonna work out?
So here's how it works. Before the draft, before the combine, when we only had like the coaches in, every coach there is still available today. All of our coaches can still do it. We have a form pretty much telling them what is allowed and not. My good other owner, she made a form for it, pretty much putting like yes or no, like do you want a jumbotron, yes or no, what color. We have one of our bells builders, I'm not gonna say his name, of course. He's been doing really good. He like 90, like he 80% built the whole thing by himself. He did have assistance from me and the other owners. The other stadiums, what we're gonna do is they can either be outside, inside. They can have a jumbotron. They can change the colors, of the kit that they want. and a lot of people, especially our coaches, love it because it's really never been a thing, to do that.
I see. So, how long do you think it's going to take to build, like, different stadiums for the teams?
Well, it depends. So we only have, 2, 3 builders right now. We, so far, this one took about a week, about 2 weeks to get done. So we're hoping. The thing is, the more stuff you have, of course, the more stuff, the more, colors and all that, that will increase the time. It can vary, especially if I'm going on vacation like next week. So I'm not going to be helping building because I'm not going to be there. So I'm hoping our builders can do it in about a week or 2 weeks. That way, every week, whatever they're done, do a new one, all that. And then of course we are gonna have a Super Bowl stadium, which is gonna be the biggest stadium in the thing, and you have more options. It's gonna be the only way you can get it. Of course, you have to have 2 Super Bowl rings. So.
And will the players be getting their own customized trophies for their dorms?
What do you mean? Oh, do you mean like their own little like trophies? So we are hoping
Yes.
that, yes. We are hoping they perhaps not to be this, probably not this season, but we're hoping what we do is, of course, our locker rooms are gonna have, our locker rooms are gonna have every player's name, number. They're gonna have all that, and we have their personal number. So what we're hoping we do is we have our builders, they write down the name, and what they'll do, they'll write down the name of it, like we're going to each person's forms and ask them, hey, do you want this? And they don't, they say yes. They'll pretty much give it to them. It'll be gold. It'll have the year, the season 1, season 2, and it'll have the Super Bowl, blah blah blah, whatever.
So, I already talked about this with one of the other owners and a different player, but I would love to confirm with you. Will there be a season during the school year? Because I know everybody's going to be like super busy with a bunch of work and like school and stuff, and a lot of people are transitioning to like different and bigger grades with harder work. So, will there be a season during the school year?
Yes. So we're hoping what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna talk to the other one about this too, is to make the schedule a lot shorter. What we're gonna do, we're gonna ask everybody saying, hey, if you want to give me an option, we'll have a vote. People will confirm this or not, and pretty much we're not gonna make people miss games because we know school is important. So we'll say, hey, if you can't make this game, that's fine. We're not going to count them against that. Same with teams. The teams, if the coach is not there because of school, we're not going to make them forfeit for that. That's not the problem as coaches. So we are hoping, yes. And like I said, to be a lot different. So.
Yes, I see. So this has been like a very confusing part of the season. And how many weeks are we into the season already? Or days?
So right now we still haven't did the pre-1. I'm hoping we can have our first game tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow we have our games tomorrow. We'll have our refs come out, we'll have all that. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the field. The field should be done. Should be done tonight. If it's not done tonight, it's be done tomorrow.
Okay, so as you know, I build all my maps by hand, by myself. Not a lot of help from any other builders in the league. So I will be trying and helping build the maps and have it done. So then I will be able to record opening day. So for the talk show, I'll be acting.
And like I said, opening day is gonna be the biggest thing ever. Opening day is gonna be a lot more important than any other game. It doesn't matter. Opening day, first of all, we're gonna have farm effects when our players come out. We're hoping now. Custom jerseys are not a thing yet. We do have this. So if you have a sub player, right, and your player doesn't have a jersey, what we do is the players are subbing out. They pretty much will go into the locker room, switch, and then they'll come back out with it.
Yes, I see. And let's. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Um, it was about the Yeah, it was more stuff about opening day. So like, would you like? Would you tell the fans about like anything that to they would they expect about opening day? That was it.
I can tell you this. So for opening day, me and the other owner are gonna be there. Same with I'm holding Mod to be there. Our rep will be gonna calls meaning of refs. We're not gonna be making calls. We're gonna see how our refs do. If the ref does terrible, we'll switch them out for that game. And like I said, opening day is a big thing. We're gonna have, of course, all the players and all that. It's just gonna be a big thing.
And like as you know, I am a media person, so like it's like very hard and stuff. So I will be there interviewing players and the owners again because it's a very big day, and I'll be asking everybody what they expect for today. And I will try and get into the press box and help with you guys because I know it's been like very stressful and confusing. So yeah. And do you have like what would you say for people who are trying to join the league?
I can tell you this now. So if you are looking to join the league, of course, please do it. As long as you have Discord and Rec Room, that's all we care about. You can do screen. I don't care. When you do join, you're gonna have to, of course, make a free agent profile, all that. But I can tell you this now. I can tell you this now. This league, right now, we have our everything set up. When you come in, we have mods always on. We have our bots. We have sometimes we're hoping this later on we're gonna have movie nights. So we'll have a bot that can put movies in, and pretty much maybe like I don't know, some nights whatever we can the coach can kind of like reserve a movie, and our team can get on it and they can watch it together. Or we have music bots, we have all that, and that's I tell people as well. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're not a very toxic person and doesn't like to lose. You know.
Okay. So like how would like the tackling work in game? So like how would you play football in rec room? Because I know it's way harder than it was like baseball and like soccer, like all those other sports in rec room. Because football has plenty of sports to keep all the players safe, but in rec room there's no touching because everybody's either using VR or screen like me. And yeah, so I know it's going to be very confusing for some people because there's probably a couple rules and some new rules to the game. So what are the rules and how to play?
So pretty much I'm gonna say how to play first. How to play. Pretty much we're still setting a tackling system because it's really weird. Pretty much what we're hoping is what happens is you actually have to hit the person, not their shoulders. We're hoping you have to hit the person. We're hoping that of course when we play you're gonna have your QB, wide receiver, all that, center, tight end, and we're hoping when we do this, it's of course a good game, and of course we have people that can suggest to us what to add, maybe what to change, and look at it. And then of course our rules are pretty much, don't be toxic, have rec room, have some free time because you need to actually come in. Don't talk back to the admin, the mods because, fight warnings and some basic stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the interview after the drafts, and it's been a very confusing season for me because the first episode was very hard. Some people didn't show up for the first shooting, but then the second shooting was amazing. It was pretty hard, but ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today's episode with Grimy Tuna. Grimy, say goodbye to the people. And I hope you guys are having a nice day. And this is this guy's Hood signing out of the Real Talk.